Hi there, this is Sheldon from sheldonguitar.com. Welcome to the Going Deeper series where we talk about how you play rather than what you play. Now, in the last lesson, I talked about using all your fingers, and we played this rather fascinating exercise where you play one finger, one fret, chromatic scale from the fourth fret on every string going down. Now this week I want to talk to you about having a system, and by that I mean having a default way that you play. So not the way that you always play, but a way that you approach any new piece of material first off. And this can be a very powerful tool and something that you may not have thought about. Again, like learning to swim. To begin with, anything that it takes to keep you afloat will do, and then it's very easy to just keep going from that and never really look at the best way of doing it. Now, I've talked a lot about how you often see people playing blues and rock using only two fingers, and you play the pentatonic scale, the 5-note scale, which hopefully you know, which is 5th fret, 8th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th, 7th, 5th, 7th, 5th, 8th, 5th, 8th, with two fingers, just as I did then. Now, there are reasons why that can be a good way of playing it, particularly if you've only really exercised with your third finger and it's much more nimble and useful than your little finger because you never use it. The other reason is that because sometimes you might want to play extensions outside that shape, in which case you do want to use the two fingers for that particular fingering so that you've got your little finger available. And of course, there are musicians that play very well with only two fingers. Django Reinhardt springs to mind, of course. So you can obviously, if you have the necessary genius or sheer dogged determination, you can overcome any of these things. But let's make it as easy as possible for ourselves. So if we're going to play that pentatonic scale, we're going to use the system that I use, which is one finger, one fret. So by that I mean, if you're in the 5th position, your first finger is always playing the 5th fret, your little finger is playing the 8th fret, and so on. So you've got first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, which is very counterintuitive particularly if you're playing a lot of pentatonic scales all the time. It seems like a very odd thing to do. And will seem awkward and slow at first, but it does have a lot of advantages. And of course, you're always free to change if the phrase that you want to play requires a different fingering for whatever reason. But this is the exercise. We're going to play the pentatonic scale, and we're going to use a little finger for the 8th fret, our first finger for the 5th fret, and a third finger for the 7th fret. So we're going to be playing in position, and this is something that doesn't seem at all unusual to classical violinists and cellists who always think in positions and spend a lot of time wondering about which finger to use. But very often in rock and blues we don't think about it. We just do what comes naturally. So let's try this. So we're going to play the pentatonic scale, not the blues scale, the pentatonic scale, by playing 5th fret with our first finger, 8th fret with our little finger, and then onto the A string, 5th fret with our first, 7th fret with our third, same again on the D string, first, third, first, third, first, pinky finger for the 8th fret on the B string, first finger, pinky finger for the 8th fret on the E string. So and we can reverse it. Now that might be enough for you to just keep on playing it like that, just get used to using those fingers. But if you're desperate to move on, then try this. I want you to imagine that you're walking up a staircase, like a scale is a staircase. You're going up 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, go down 1 step, and then go up 3. 1, 2, 3, down 1 step, up 3, back 1, putting that all together. And this is a really good way of getting all your fingers working together equally and getting used to changing direction in the scale at unexpected points. Yeah, because you very rarely in a tune play a scale from top to bottom. You're generally changing direction. You're changing direction quite a lot. So I'll just play that scale for you, the exercise for you again. So it's up 3, back 1, up 3, back 1. And then come back, down 3, up 1. After a while you might want to try that using hammer-ons and pull-offs, but to begin with, let's play every note. Let's pluck every note. Okay, thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, check out my website sheldonguitar.com, and I'll see you next time.